Hello everyone, welcome back to your YouTube channel Simplify Maths with Lalit. I'm your mathematics professor Lalit Rangavat. I heartily welcome each one of you in our today's session. I assume we have watched all the 6 videos. Let's get started with the 7th video, and it's a very important class because we're going to discuss respective position of two circles along with power of point as well. Okay, so let's get started with today's class everyone without any further delay. Okay, so you know me, I know you, and yes, this is what we're going to do in our today's session. And here we go. So first, when we talk about power of point, what does power of point means? Okay, it's a very easy thing. If there is a circle, this is center and there is a point. Point is x1 comma y1. Let's say center is 0 comma 0. This is cp square, cp distance. So cp square minus r square equal to 0 denotes, and this is radius, your power of point. Cp square is x1 minus 0 square, which is x1 square, plus y1 minus 0 square, y1 square minus r square equal to 0. So if the circle is x square plus y square minus r square equal to 0, which is s equal to 0, so our power of point is s1 or s11 equal to 0. So power of a point is s1 equal to 0. Very good, right? So very easy thing. हाँ, बस इतना ही है. So let's see one question. Question is, if power of point with respect to a circle, with respect to a point 2 comma 5, outside the point is 2 comma 5, to the circle x square plus y square minus 8x minus 12y plus p equal to 0 is negative. है ना? Power of point is negative means s1 is less than 0. Point is inside. ठीक है? And circle do not touch both the axis. अच्छा, सर्कल टच भी नहीं कर रहा. ओके, फाइंड पी. ठीक है, देखते हैं. ओके, फर्स्ट इज its point is like it's negative. Power of point is negative means s1 is less than 0. How to find out s1? Substitute this point here. Okay, so let me directly substitute 2 square. 2 square is 4, 5 square is 25, 8 into 2 is 16, 12 into 5 is 60, plus p is less than 0. So I'll get p, and then I will have 29, and this is 56, no 76. So 29, 76, 30, 30 to 76 is 40, 46, 47, 47 I guess, yes. P minus 47 is less than 0. So p is less than 47. First condition. Is this the answer? No. Then there is some other data also given to us. The data is, and it do not touch both the x's. What is the x-intercept? 2 root g square minus c. Now we know that if it touches, if it, let's say, intersects, this is the case. It is greater than 0. If it does touches, g square minus c 0. Now it even not is like it's not touching. Touching means g square minus c is less than 0. G square minus c is less than 0. Okay, we have seen the intercept wala thing. Intercept negative, under root में negative नहीं होगा, है ना? इस वजह से, because it's not intersecting. So we'll say g square is less than c. Eventually f square is less than c. Why? Because it's not even touching both the axes, right? So first thing, when we talk about our g is minus 8 upon 2, which is minus 4. Minus 4 square is 16. 16 is less than p, 6 and 12. Minus 12 square, 12 upon 2 is 6. 6 square is 36. 36 is less than p. So from this and this, what I can say, okay, from first this I can say p is greater than 16, p is greater than 36. So p is greater than 36. Sorry, let's combine this one and this one. Sorry, so this is 36, this is 47. So greater than 36, less than 46. So this is the case. So p is greater than 36, less than 47. 47, yes, yeah, that's our answer. And they can even ask you integers between this and that integer type. Okay, okay. Average question, yes. All clear? Everyone with me? Yes. Let's move towards the topic. जिसके लिए काफी लोग wait कर रहे थे. Position of two circles. Ding 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 ding. Respective position of two circles. कुछ भी लिख लो. And then the same thing. Just a second. ठीक है. कहाँ गए? इधर भी आ जाओ. Okay, relative or respective. relative position of two circles, right? Okay, now let's quickly draw this. So what are the cases possible when we talk about two cases? First case, this is one circle, this is another circle of different radius. Circles are far away, circles are not touching each other, है ना, कुछ भी केस नहीं. Second case, this is first case, circle touch each other but externally, touch externally, है ना. Okay, now you want to circle to touch internally, correct. So this is circle touching internally. Okay, circle touch internally. Or what are the other cases? Other case, one case would be they are intersecting, है ना, circles intersecting. Next case would be they are inside but not intersecting. Okay, internal but not touching. Okay, so these are the 5 cases possible. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not far away, touching externally, touching internally, and circles intersecting but not touching. Okay, in writing चलेगा. अभी these are the 5 cases. Let's discuss individually. First case, very, very, very important, and I just understand the logic, you will just appreciate the topic and you will basically fall in love with maths. Okay, this is first circle, this is second circle. Now let me draw the diagram directly. This is center C1, C2. This is one tangent which is common to both of them, and then there is one another tangent. Let me draw this again. Fine enough, decent. So this is another tangent. Okay, it's just pointing towards me. Okay, so these are what we call as DCTs. We'll write here 2 DCT. DCT means direct common tangent. First case, when both the circles are not intersecting, 2, this is DCT. Now what is other case? Other case is 2 TCT. TCT is transverse common tangent. What they look like? Something like this. Okay, ऐसा कुछ. You got this, right? This will not, they are not intersecting. Main point is internally. Like for example, if this is first circle, this is another circle. One tangent like this, another tangent like this. One tangent like this, another tangent like this. Okay. Externally, ये बाहर वालों को हम we are calling them as direct common tangent. This is transverse common tangent. ठीक है. अब what is the first condition? पहले हम diagram थोड़ा सा बना लेते हैं. Okay, this is C1, center of first, center of second, and okay, so radius for this is R1. For this is radius R1, and consider this is radius R2. So I can clearly see this is R1. Okay, here this is R1, this is R2, and this is distance between the two. Can I say distance between the two is greater than this two? Make sense? Yes. So I'll say first very important condition which we should know is whenever circles are touching externally, C1, C2, the distance between the two center is always greater than R1 plus R2. How you can find out distance between the two? Using very good distance formula. C1 is minus G1 comma minus F1. ये minus है. Just give time to the proof, है ना? Don't just directly remember the formulas. इसमें proof देखोगे तो अच्छा भी लगेगा, and it would be helpful for you to even calculate in exam in case you are not able to get the final formula. Minus G2 F2, है ना? First condition is clear with us. Okay, now अभी हम triangles लेते हैं. कौन कौन से triangle ले रहे हैं? We're taking triangle. Okay, so let's join this. This point we'll consider as P. This point is Q. ये कलर मस्त नहीं है, येलो पे आ जाते हैं वापस. दिस इज सी, दिस इज ए, दिस पॉइंट इज ए डैश. सो आई एम सेइंग दैट ट्राइंगल, यहाँ पे नहीं, यहाँ साइड से स्टार्ट करते हैं. ट्राइंगल सी ए क्यू is similar to triangle C1, sorry, C2 A dash Q. See this triangle. Which triangle? This C1 AQ, ये बड़ा वाला triangle is similar to this triangle. Why? Okay, these two lines are parallel, common angle. ठीक है, तो बहुत चीजें हम कर सकते हैं. और let's say this angle is 90 degree, this is 90 degree, 90, 90, common angle this angle है ना, so by double A. ठीक है. Now if the triangles are similar, their sides are in proportion है ना. If the triangles are similar, the sides are in proportion. Okay, तो फटाफट sides proportion में हम लिख देते हैं C1Q, C1Q, क्यों की खोए C1Q upon C2Q equal to C1Q upon, see this, first third C1Q, C2Q is equal to C1A upon C2A. This is R1, this is R2. So I can say C1A upon C2A. So it's R1 upon R2. So now understand, हाँ यहीं पे लिख देते हैं इसको. From this what I can conclude है ना, देखो it's such a beautiful thing. Obviously you will remember that formula directly. C1 C2 Q. This is R1 ratio I'm talking about. This is R2. So what I can say, Q divides C1 and C2 externally. Very important guys. It divides them externally. Okay. Or if you take Q here, then you can take R1 and minus R2. है ना. चलो. So minus same चीज होगी. So if you have to find out the point, right? So what we can say is if it is dividing externally. So if point C1 is minus G1 comma minus F1, this is minus G2 comma minus F2, and the ratio is R1 R2. So you know that how to find out Q. Q coordinates, let's say alpha comma beta. Alpha comma beta is x and y. X would be, so see, you can write this as this also. C1 minus G comma minus F1. This is minus G2 comma minus F2, and this is Q. So it's basically R1 minus R2, or you can write nothing but R1 R2 then substitute minus. ठीक है, तो एक ही बात होगी. R1, let's write this as minus R2. Na? This is just for our better understanding. So cross multiply minus G2 R1 minus minus plus R2 G1 upon R1 minus R2. Similarly, फटाफट से we can write minus F2 R1 plus R2 F1 upon R1 minus R2. No need to even remember the formulas. The point is one thing. Abhi we'll see one question based on that. That if it is dividing externally, this point we can directly calculate. This point we can calculate by external division. R1 you will know, R2 you will know. तो ये point हो गया. First easy है. Q is external division. अब इसका एक अजीब सा नाम भी है. अजीब सा तो नहीं है, but ठीक है. Center of similitude. Oh my God, what is that? Sorry. So abhi, what is that name? The name. Sorry. So Q is what we call as point of intersection of DCT. Point of intersection of DCT is Q and is called external center of similitude. External center of, है ना. Some student can find in their books material here there. तो इसके लिए external center of similitude. No one will say, oh, find out external center of similitude, है ना. But ठीक है, you should know. Just okay. So Q is external, P is internal. Wow. So now first thing is clear in this slide. Let's quickly revise. So first we'll take C1 A Q and C2 A dash Q. Both the triangles are similar by double A criteria. So C1 Q upon C2 Q will divide in the ratio R1 is to R2. So Q is dividing C1 Q and C2 Q in the ratio R1 R2 externally, or you can take R1 minus R2. Then this normally take. It's very easy. Okay, so you know this. Let's not waste much time on this. So now P point. Let's talk about P point. And P point के लिए will take two triangle. कहाँ गया? C काफी खराब diagram. ठीक है. So I will write here. So you know this one. तो हम आगे चलते हैं. ठीक है. So now सॉरी डीसीटी की इक्वेशन भी हम यही लिख लेते हैं ना, कुछ जगह है क्या यहाँ पे, कुछ तो हम जगह बना लेंगे. सो डीसीटी इक्वेशन, हाउ टू राइट डीसीटी इक्वेशन, y minus y1, this point is alpha comma beta. I have to come here, alpha comma beta. So y minus alpha is m times x minus, बहुत बढ़िया, जो बड़ा पे कर दिया मैंने, y minus y1, y1 is beta. Y minus beta is m times x minus x1. Okay. Now the point is how you will find out m. If you observe that this line dct either aq or इसको भी कुछ और नाम दे देंगे ना, b dash की जो भी है bq. So point is now dct will use perpendicular equal to radius. Like from here if you drop a perpendicular, so this point you know c2, drop a perpendicular, you will find out m. Find m, हम क्वेश्चन देखेंगे, just understand the approach. Find m, two values. Two values means nothing but 2m, so 2 equation. ठीक है, चलो ये समझ में आ गया. ओके, अभी आगे चलते हैं. अभी वी हैव टू फाइंड आउट, बस ठीक है, अब हम आ जाते हैं डीसीटी पे. नहीं, डीसीटी हो गया, अब हम आ जाते हैं टीसीटी, ट्रांसवर्स कॉमन टेंजेंट, बट नाम बस वही और कुछ नहीं है. सो आई एम राइटिंग ट्राइंगल C1B P is similar to triangle C2B dash P. अभी ये क्या है, B और P, इसमें आ जाते हैं. This is B, this is obviously B dash. So I'm saying this triangle is similar to this triangle. How? This is opposite angle, this angle is 90 degree. So by double A criteria, both the triangles are similar. So what I can say, now listen carefully, C1P upon C2P. यहाँ पे मैं लिखता हूँ C1P upon C2P is equal to C1P. This and C2P is equal to R1 upon R2. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Yes everyone. तो यहाँ पे लिख देते हैं C1P upon C2P is equal to C1B and C2B dash, which is R1 upon R2. So what I can say here is, if these are the 3 points C1, P, C2. So C1P ratio I am talking about, R1 is to R2. So what we can say, P is the internal division point. ठीक है, internal division point. So how we can find out? Very easy, minus G1 comma minus F1 minus G2 comma minus F2, and इसको कुछ और भी नाम हम दे तो सकते ही हैं. H comma के रख लेते हैं, चलो H comma के. H is minus G2 R1 minus G1 R2 upon R1 plus R2. Similarly, K is minus F2 R1 minus R2 F1 upon R1 plus R2. Now we'll find out equation of TCT if they are asking. So equation of TCT is y minus k is m into x minus h, है ना. This point is h comma k. Okay, so this division, this is R1, this is R2, है ना. अभी क्वेश्चन करेंगे, थोड़ा पेशेंस everyone, है ना. ठीक है, so we can find out this, and how we'll find out m will find out p is equal to r, perpendicular distance, because see, like this is one of the line and this is a circle, and similarly this is another circle. So from center if you drop a perpendicular, so this is equal to radius, है ना. So we can find out that. Okay, चलो ये आ गया, समझ में आ गया. Okay, find TCT and we'll find out the length of tangent as well. वो कैसे find करना है, क्या करना है, which will see right now. इसी में हम देख लें क्या, इसमें थोड़ा सा ज़्यादा हो जाएगा, बट ठीक है, बाद में देखते हैं. लेंथ ऑफ टेंजेंट भी यहीं देख लें. लेंथ ऑफ टेंजेंट भी हम यहाँ पे कर तो सकते हैं, थोड़ा सा अगर दिमाग लगाएंगे हम. चलो थोड़ा सा सोचें. ओके, फर्स्ट थिंग व्हाट वी हैव डन टिल नाउ, वो हम रिवाइज करते हैं ताकि यू आर नॉट गेटिंग कंफ्यूज्ड. So if these are the two circles, there is one line, this is a tangent, this is another tangent. From the center, if all will coincide, this is C1, C2, this is Q. Center of external similitude जो भी है, क्या similitude, हाँ, and this is internal center of similitude. ठीक है, जो भी हो. So point P will divide in the ratio R1 is to R2, that is the first point. And similarly, when you talk about this is R1 is to R2, external division, internal division. Find out point P and Q, and how you can write equation. From center, drop perpendicular, and you can find out M, है ना, perpendicular equal to radius. That is what we have seen till now. ठीक है, अब लेंथ पे अगर हम थोड़ा बात करना चाहें, थोड़ा बहुत ट्राई करते हैं, अभी समझ में आया तो बाकी क्वेश्चन में विल सी। ओके, तो देखो ध्यान से, लेंथ ऑफ क्वेश्चन वुड बी फाइंड आउट द लेंथ ऑफ, डायरेक्ट फॉर्मूला भी है ही। सो ट्राई टू ऑब्जर्व, ठीक है। पहले हम टीसीटी फाइंड करें कि डीसीटी फाइंड करें, कुछ भी कर तो सकते हैं, हमारी मर्जी है। इसमें हमने इसमें से हम डायरेक्ट लिख लें, नहीं इसमें तो हमने नहीं लिखा है। ओके चलो ठीक है, यहाँ पे हमने फाइंड किया है। ओके आगे वी हैव सीन दिस, जस्ट अ सेकेंड, कि हम इसको बाद में ले लें कि अभी ले लें, अभी ले सकते हैं वैसे। इंटरनल पॉइंट्स इक्वेशन लेंथ ऑफ टेंजेंट। तो देखो क्या क्या करेंगे हम, लेंथ ऑफ टेंजेंट इफ यू ऑब्जर्व, थोड़ा ध्यान से देखना, फाइंड आउट दिस पॉइंट, फ्रॉम दिस पॉइंट कैन यू फाइंड आउट दिस लेंथ, this complete length is root s1. Yes, from external point, array external point, this length is root s1, yes or no, length of tangent. This is root s2. What is this length? Root s1 minus root s2, है ना, ये लेंथ आ गई। ओके नाउ ऑब्जर्व, दिस इज r1, this is r2, both lines are parallel. What is this distance? Like this parallel to this, I will draw one line. This is r2. So I guess now others can see how we'll find out. ये लेंथ तो क्लियर हो गई, ये तो इजी है ना। नेक्स्ट टाइम इंटरेस्टेड इन दिस। तो देखो, अरे थोड़ा बड़ा डायग्राम बनाते हैं, जस्ट अ सेकेंड, है ना, ऑब्जर्व करना। ओके ट्रस्ट मी, द प्रोसेस इफ यू अंडरस्टैंड, नो, थिंग्स वुड बी वेरी इजी। लेंथी डज नॉट मीन एवरी टाइम इट्स टफ। दिस इज पॉइंट, you know the point, how to find out the point, है ना, external division, point find कर लो। what is this length? root s1. what is this length? root s2. what is this length? root s1 minus root s2. ये आ गया length of when we talk about DCT first। अब देखो क्या करना है, ठीक है। okay, you have this distance from here, this point and this point. Just a second, हाँ थोड़ा सा कॉम्प्लिकेटेड कर दिया ऐसे इन्होंने, बट क्या ठीक है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं। D distance between the two. okay, okay, so this one and this one, what is this? if you observe, see, this is complete is r1, this is r2, so this distance and this distance is same, right? I'm forming a rectangle, right? This is r2. what is this distance? r1 minus r2. very good everyone. what is this distance? I'm writing this as d. I'm writing this as d. This distance is d, distance between the centers c1 c2, so we can find out this. So when we talk about the length of direct common tangent of the two circle is this is 90, this is 90, this is 90, this is going to be your, see this triangle look like this, this is 90 actually, this is r1 minus r2, this is length L you want, this is D. D is the distance between the two centers. So L square plus R1 minus R2 square is equal to D square. So very important, we'll get L is root over D square minus R1 minus R2 square. Are we clear with this or not? Length of, directly we can write length of is, what is this? length of, yes, DCT. और ये भी अप्लाई कर सकते हैं, दोनों चीज़ पे ध्यान रखेंगे हम, ठीक है। तो हम यहाँ पे लिख लेते हैं, कहीं पे तो लिख लेते हैं, यहीं पे लिखा हुआ है, ठीक है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है। सो लेंथ D इज इक्वल टू लेंथ ऑफ, अरे यहाँ पे L आएगा, L आएगा. Just a second, guys. Okay, this is L. So we are clear with length of is nothing but dct. कितना हो गया ये. अब लेंथ ऑफ हमें चाहिए, वी आर राइट नाउ इंटरेस्टेड इन लेंथ ऑफ हाँ करेक्ट. चलो ये कैलकुलेट करना है हमें, है ना. तो कैलकुलेट करते हैं. दिस इज लेंथ ऑफ ट्रांसवर्स, है ना, टीसीटी. ऐसे कि यहां पे भी हो जाएगा R1. This length is D. This length is D, and what we are doing is we are making a like parallel. This is R1, this is R2. Okay, parallel to this we'll construct. This is R1. What is this length? R1 plus R2. Correct. Now consider this triangle. Which triangle? Okay, this is just like so you can get the feel how the formula we are deriving. तो feel आया आप लोगों को, ठीक है. चलो, है ना, because this length and this length are parallel, so ठीक है. ये length L है तो ये भी L है. So this length is R1 plus R2. ये L ये है, ठीक है, and this is D and this is L. So D square is equal to L square प्लस कुछ थोड़ा सा गड़बड़ हो गया है. D स्क्वेयर नहीं सही है, सही चल रहा है. हाँ, D स्क्वेयर L स्क्वेयर प्लस R1 प्लस R2 स्क्वेयर. सो L हो गया रूट D स्क्वेयर. ये दिस इज व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट लेंथ ऑफ TCT. क्लियर है सभी को? लेंथ ऑफ TCT मोस्टली एवरीवेयर यू विल फाइंड आउट द फॉर्मूला. While we are deriving, you will feel that, oh, why this is making sense, and you will appreciate the subject and will have more interest in that. And so thoda patience rakhe, just try to understand. This is R2, this is R1. Parallel to this, we'll consider R1, R1 plus R2. This length is L. Sorry. This length is L. This is D. Okay, so D, and from the triangle you can see, है ना. ठीक है, याद हो गया, बढ़िया. Let's move towards next case. Next case पे चलते हैं कि इस पे एक क्वेश्चन ही देख लें पहले. क्वेश्चन देख लें, ठीक है, क्वेश्चन देख लेते हैं. अभी ये पढ़ा है ना, then we'll see other cases. Question is, circles are x square plus y square is equal to 4 and x minus 5 square plus y square equal to 1. Find A, relative position of two circles. First. Second, number of common tangent. Number of common tangent कितनी होगी? 2 plus 2, अभी देखेंगे रुको. 4. Third, internal points of TCT. अच्छा, intersection. हाँ, मैं भी क्या लिख रहा हूँ? Intersection points of TCT and DCT. Fourth, equation of 4 tangents. Fifth, length of tangents. अब देखो सब कुछ आ चुका है इस क्वेश्चन में ना. अब इसको अच्छे से करते हैं नेक्स्ट पेज पे. फर्स्ट इज सर्कल C1, x square y square equal to 4 square. Quickly tell me the center. Center is 0, 0. Radius is R1. Very good. 2. Excellent, guys. X minus 5 square C2 square plus y square is equal to 1. Center is 5, 0. Excellent. Radius is 1. Now first step, how I can tell the relative position? If C1, C2, distance between the two centers, if distance between the two centers, कहाँ गया, ये रहा. Distance, एक बस आ गया. Distance between the two centers is greater than the sum of the two radii, है ना. Let's find out that. So R1 plus R2, R1 plus R2 is 3. C1, C2, distance between them is under root. डायरेक्ट लिख दूं. 5 minus 0 square, 5 square plus 0 square, which is 5. So C1, C2 is greater than R1 plus R2. It means not touching, not intersecting, है ना. तो not intersecting नॉर्मली जो हमारा केस बन गया बड़ा वाला. ठीक है, फर्स्ट क्या केस हो गया? फाइंड द रिलेटिव पोजिशन, नंबर ऑफ कॉमन टेंजेंट. नंबर ऑफ कॉमन टेंजेंट्स वुड बी 4. दिस इज पार्ट ए. पार्ट बी. Part B is number of common tangent. Common tangent is 4. How 4? 2 TCT plus 2 DCT. डायरेक्ट बाहर वाली 2, अंदर वाली 2 TCT. ठीक है, 4. तो 4 टेंजेंट. नाउ पॉइंट ऑफ इंटरसेक्शन ऑफ TCT एंड DCT. तो आसानी से करते हैं. दिस इज C1, दिस इज C2. In between I will have P and I will have Q. So directly what I can do here is, first I will find out P. P is internal bisector. R1 is 1, this is 2. So I will apply 2:1. C1 कितना है? C1 कुछ तो है, 0,0. This is 5,0. Let's find out H, K. H is 2 into 5, 10 plus 1 into 0 upon 2 plus 1, 3. Similarly, K is 2 into 0, 0, 1 into 0, 0 upon 3. So point क्या आ गया? 10, 3, this is intersection of TCT. ठीक है. अब हम आ जाते हैं नेक्स्ट पे. अब Q, either you can take Q and you can take 2 minus 1 or R1 minus R2. Same चीज है. Like the point would be, let's say alpha. Alpha is 2 into 5, 10. And then we take minus. So यहाँ पे minus minus plus नहीं करते ना. If you take Q inside, this would be minus. If you take Q outside, this would be like 1 only. Then you substitute minus. 1 in the same thing है ना. External में minus होता है, बस वो ध्यान रखो. Upon 2 minus 1. So this is 10 upon 1. So it is 10. Beta is 0 minus 0 upon 2 minus 1. This is 0. So this is 10,0. ये तो we got the P point, we got the Q point. अभी आगे क्या चाहिए इनको? तो we got this equation of tangent. Oh, अब equation of tangent पे आते हैं. So let's first see TCT. क्या यहाँ पे हम कर पाएंगे? The world wants to know. TCT equation is y minus y1. y1 is 0. m into x minus x1. Okay, so equation is, next page पे किया हुआ ज़्यादा सही होगा. Let's talk about for TCT है ना. Just a drawing how it will look like. I'm talking about this line है ना. So y minus 0 is equal to m x minus 10 by 3. So my equation will look like mx minus y minus 10m by 3 equal to 0 है ना. This is my equation. Now from any of the center 0,0, its radius is 2. मैंने 4 तो नहीं ले लिया, हाँ बच गया, बढ़िया. This is 2. This is 2. हाँ, वीडियो आज थोड़ा लंबा होगा बट विल सी है ना, कंप्लीट कर लेंगे. इस टॉपिक को आगे स्ट्रेच नहीं करना है. Like this topic, not complete circles. Okay, so 0,0. Let's find out the distance. Distance is 2. We'll substitute 0,0 in this line. 0 minus 10m by 3 under root m square plus 1. Formula we have seen every time. Please everyone go through that. है ना, ax plus by, ax1 plus bx1, by1 plus c upon root a square b square. Now squaring on both the side, we'll get 4 m square minus 1, and this is 10. 10 का स्क्वायर कितना हो जाएगा? 100 m square by 9. इसको कैंसिल कर देते हैं. 25 9 मल्टीप्लाइड 9 m square plus 9 is 25 m square. 16 m square is equal to 16 m square is equal to 9. m is plus minus root 9 is 3 by 4. So we'll get two equation है ना. ये TCT है. TCT I am talking about. Two equation यहाँ पे मैं रख देता हूँ. y is equal to 3 by 4 x minus 10 by 3 which is first equation. Second is y equal to minus 3 by 4 x minus 10 by 3. ठीक है, हम आगे फाइंड कर लेंगे. इतना ही सॉल्व करना है, अभी ज़्यादा इन डेप्थ पूरा क्या करना है. ठीक है, यू अंडरस्टूड दिस राइट. लेट्स फाइंड आउट TCT. आफ्टर लेट्स फाइंड आउट DCT. DCT, you know what is DCT? This is DCT. This is DCT. The point is 10,0. मैं यहाँ पे भी चेक कर लेता हूँ, सही है. और ये हमारा प्लस माइनस 3 बाई आया है, बहुत बढ़िया, हमसे चल रहे हैं. ठीक है, अब इक्वेशन ऑफ TCT कहाँ गया? हाँ, पॉइंट क्या है? 10,0 ये ना, क्यों? सही चल रहे हैं, बढ़िया गाइस. सो दिस इज 10,0 and we have to write its equation. Its equation is y minus y1 m into x minus 10. बहुत easy है, सेम वही 0,0. This is 2. So its equation is mx minus y minus 10m equal to 0. So let me take this point 0 comma 0 and 2. 0 minus 10m upon root over m square plus 1. m square plus 1 कैसे आ रहा है एवरीवन? कोफिशिएंट ऑफ x स्क्वायर प्लस कोफिशिएंट ऑफ y स्क्वायर. 2 स्क्वायर 4, m square plus 1 is 100 m square. Oh, m square plus 1 is 25 m square. 24 m square is equal to 1. खराब आंसर आ रहा है. m is plus minus 1 upon root 24. Root 24 is 4 into 6, which is 2 root 3. ठीक है. So the two equations are y equal to 1 by 2 root 3 x minus 10, y is equal to minus 1 by 2 root 3 x minus 10. ठीक है. ये 2 root 3 आया क्या इनका? सिमिलरली फाइंड DCT करके लिख दिया हमने यहाँ पे. ठीक है. यहाँ सॉल्व नहीं किया बट हमने यहाँ ठीक है देख लिया. ओके. सो आई गेस दिस इज क्लियर. सो विल गेट दिस टू इक्वेशन और देखते हैं और क्या चाहिए लाइफ में. सब कुछ ही बता देंगे आज ही हम. रुकेंगे नहीं, थमेंगे नहीं. वी वोंट स्टॉप गाइस. ओ लेंथ ऑफ टेंजेंट्स. लेंथ ऑफ टेंजेंट भी फाइंड कर लेते हैं. क्या दिक्कत है? सब कुछ आता है हमें. हमें क्या नहीं आता. हम बहुत स्मार्ट है. Okay everyone, you all are very smart, है ना? और if we are not, let's say, not aware about anything, we'll learn, है ना? We are lifelong learners. So length of, so two ways as I told you. First there is a direct formula, है ना? तो दोनों हम सीखते हैं. First this point is 10, 0. This is S1, this is S2. As I told you, length of DCT is root S1 minus root S2. Root S1 means you will substitute the point. Equation is x1 square plus y1 square minus 4 under root minus S2. S2 कितना है? x minus 5 है क्या? Plus y square minus 1. x1 कितना है? 10. 10 square 100. 100 minus 4 0 है ना? 96. Root 96 ठीक है. Minus 10 minus 5 कितना हो गया? 5 ही हो गया. 5 square कितना हो गया? 25. 25 minus 1 root 24. This is 4 into root 4 root 24. This is 4 root 24. Root 4 into this. This is 2 root 4 minus root 24 is root 24, which we can write 2 root 6. This is by this formula. और बाकी हमने formula, if you remember, is under root d square minus r1 minus r2 square. D square is distance between the two. Distance between the two कितना था भाई साहब? कितना था भाई? कहीं तो निकाला था हमने. C1 C2 is distance between the two, ये था. ओके. और R1 2 और 1. ठीक है. ठीक है. So 5 square 25 minus 2 minus 1 1 square 1. Oh yes, same answer guys. Yes, we have killed it guys, we have killed it. Okay, this is the when we talk about length of subtangent. Subtangent क्यों बोल रहा हूँ मैं? Subtangent नहीं है, सब नहीं, डायरेक्ट कॉमन टेंजेंट. अभी ये this is nothing but root d square minus r1 plus r2 square. d कितना है भाई साहब? 2 5 square 25 minus 2 plus 1 3 square is 9. 25 root 16. Root 16 is 4. This is length of TCT everyone. Length of TCT. Yes. चलो बढ़िया सवाल. All with me है ना? गिव अप नहीं करना है. 3 4 और just the point are there. तो वो हम वो देख लेंगे. Hardly it will take 5-7 minutes है ना? तो थोड़ा सा वेट कर सकते हैं हम. ठीक है. So I guess this is clear with everyone. एक बार फटाफट से रिवाइज कर लेते हैं क्या क्या हमने इसमें. So first we'll write radius r1 r2 c1 c2. c1 c2 is greater than r1 plus r2. So both are its non-intersecting circle everyone. Non-intersecting. First we'll find out point P. It's internal bisector. Q is external bisector. Then we'll see the equation. This is the equation and P is equal to R. So we'll apply this. We'll get the two values of M and we'll get the two equations. Two equations are, this is the first one, this is the second one. Two equations. Similarly, we'll apply for DCT and we'll get the equation. Then length of direct common tangent, either root S1 minus root S2 or apply this formula. And this is for length of TCT. ठीक है. चलो next part पे बढ़ते हैं. Sorry. Okay. Case 2. Case 2 is when both are intersecting, both are touching externally. तो अभी देखो बहुत ही इजी चीज़ है ये, तो हम समझ सकते हैं. दिस इज C1 C2, this is R1 R2. What I can say, first thing is C1 C2 is C1 C2 and R1 R2. What is the relation? Very good everyone, both are equal है ना, it's just touching. ठीक है. Now अभी कितनी tangents है? Total tangents is 3. How? 2 direct common tangent, 2 DCT and 1 common normal. TCT बोल लो इसको, कॉमन नॉर्मल नहीं, कॉमन टेंजेंट. ओके, 1 TCT. अरे रुक जाओ, 1 TCT. ओके, 1 TCT दिस वुड बी देयर. ठीक है. इसमें हाउ टू फाइंड आउट DCT? लास्ट सिमिलरली लास्ट केस DCT है ना. फर्स्ट दिस इज इंटरनल एक्सटर्नल बाइसेक्टर. यू कैन फाइंड आउट पॉइंट Q. यस, ऑल विथ मी है ना, डायरेक्ट फाइंड कर सकते हैं. TCT के लिए सेम मेथड नहीं करना, बहुत ईजी है. कॉमन कॉर्ड एंड रेडिकल एक्सिस विच विल सी लेटर ऑन. दिस डायरेक्टली रिमेंबर इट्स S1 minus S2 equal to 0. S1 minus S2 equal to 0 means दोनों को सब्ट्रैक्ट करना है बस. S1 minus S2 equal to 0. Here S1 does not mean you have to substitute the point. It's like the first circle minus second circle. Like x square plus y square minus 4 and this is x minus 5 square plus y square minus 1. Just subtract both of them. You will get a linear equation. That would be your answer. ठीक है. सेकेंड केस हो गया, बहुत बढ़िया. नेक्स्ट केस पे चलते हैं. केस नंबर 3. केस नंबर 3 इज इंटरसेक्टिंग. अब ये देखो, थोड़ा ध्यान से समझना, इसमें कुछ सोचना होगा. दिस इज C1, दिस इज C2. द फर्स्ट केस आई कैन से C1 C2 इज R1 plus R2 is greater than this. इतना हम बोल सकते हैं, इतना बोल सकते हैं. नेक्स्ट केस इज इफ यू अंडरस्टैंड क्लियरली R1 minus R2. Consider this is R1, correct? And let's say this is the second circle. This is distance is R2. So R1 minus R2. R1 minus R2 should be less than C1 C2. For example, if what will happen if this is R1 and this is another circle, this center, this radius is R2 and this is C1 C2. If R1 R2, if it is greater than C1 C2, what will happen? The circle would be inside, which we'll see later on. So just very important, remember C1 C2 is less than R1 R2 and it should be greater than R1 minus R2 modulus. Why modulus? Because R1 R2 you can take any one, no, either this one, this one. So if you're taking 2 minus 3, it should not be negative, no. That's the reason we will take positive. Why we are here not taking, here it will always be positive. That's the reason, है ना. तो ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट कंडीशन है, याद रखना. नेक्स्ट हम समझ लेते हैं नंबर ऑफ कॉमन टेंजेंट्स. नंबर ऑफ कॉमन टेंजेंट विच इज 2 ओनली, 2 ये DCT. Because if you'll pass, this is not a tangent, no, it should touch at only 1 point. So 2 point and same method से DCT फाइंड कर लेंगे. Only 2 DCT. इसमें और कुछ पता होना चाहिए हमें? नहीं, अभी के लिए तो इतना काफ़ी है. और कुछ आपके मॉड्यूल में गिवन तो नहीं है, इतना तो इन्होंने लिखा ही नहीं है. ठीक है, चलो गाइस, दैट इज ग्रेट. आगे बढ़े हम लाइफ में. यस, एंड इट विल डिवाइड ऑब्वियसली एक्सटर्नली, है ना, पॉइंट एक्सटर्नली सेम रहेगा. केस 3 हो गया. केस 4 देख लेते हैं. हाँ, केस 5 करके कंप्लीट कर देंगे, डोंट वरी. केस 5 इज no. Okay, this is C1, this is C2. Case 5, C1 C2 is equal to R1 minus R2 modulus. Number of common tangent. अभी देखते हैं number of common tangent कितनी होगी? 1 only, which is this. And how we can find out its equation? S1 minus S2 equal to 0. S1 minus S2 equal to 0. ये easily. इसमें हम कैसे find करेंगे? Equation by case 1. ठीक है. अब देखो ये क्या हुआ. देखो, this is C1, this is C2, this is the distance. So this is R1 and this is R2. तो ये distance कितना हो गया? R1 minus R2, which is C1 C2. Oh, why modulus? Because आप R1 R2 किसी को भी ले सकते हैं ना. Distance should be positive. Yes, case 4 clear. yes, all with me, है ना, बस थोड़ा सा पेशेंस. लास्ट केस एवरीवन, केस फिफ्थ, इंटरनल, मतलब कहीं पे भी है. सो C1 C2 डिस्टेंस बिटवीन देम इज लेस देन R1 माइनस R2 मॉडुलस. ओके, एंड इसमें इंपॉर्टेंट चीज, नो कॉमन टेंशन. दिस इज द ओनली केस वेयर देयर इज नो कॉमन टेंशन. अब इसमें एक और चीज, व्हाई इज दिस हैपनिंग, है ना, अब थोड़ा समझ लेते हैं. लाइक कंसिडर दिस इज R1 and this is रुको, like this is a center 1, this is center 2, so this is the distance, this is R1, this is just about to everyone, this is your only R2, है ना, at this point. So R1 minus R2 should be, when we talk about, this is C1 C2, and which is obviously less than R1 minus R2. ठीक है, समझ में आया? चलो क्लियर, ऑल केसेस क्लियर. चलो पैकअप करते हैं फटाफट. विल हैव SLQ, इक्वेशन ऑफ कॉर्ड और ये सब कुछ नेक्स्ट क्लास में करेंगे. इक्वेशन ऑफ कॉर्ड, एंगल ऑफ, ये सब भी है अभी, रेडिकल सेंटर. ठीक है, करते हैं, नो प्रॉब्लम. ओके, चलो लेट्स रिवाइज क्विकली एंड देन विल हैव द SLQ, विल एंड द क्लास. ठीक है, ओके एवरीवन. First we started with power of a point. Power of a point is nothing but S1 equal to 0. If the point is inside, S1 is less than 0. If the point is outside, S1 is greater than 0. If the point is on the circle, अच्छा, मैंने power of point को equal to 0 बोल दिया. हाँ, power of circle is S1 only. So sorry for that. Power of circle is S1 only. If it is on the circle, it is equal to 0. On the circle के लिए ये हो जाएगा. ठीक है, चलो guys. Okay, ठीक है. Okay, if it's inside, then it's going to be less than 0, and since it does not touches, so g square minus c, f square minus c should be less than 0. Okay, g square minus c should be less than 0. So answer is this. This is our first question. Then we have seen relative position. 5 positions are possible: not touching, touching externally, internally, and intersecting, both not touching. ठीक है. Then we have seen through the proof, proof, please once do the proof, and if you really want to get into this, so it's my humble request, once do see the proof. We have taken nothing but this this big triangle and this triangle, similar proof that R1 R2 external division, P is internal division, and then we can find out the point and then we can write the equation. ठीक है, चलो, and yes, this is what we have done even in this question. And then we can find out the length also, है ना, तो which everyone is very much comfortable in finding. First point P and Q, internal external division, then write equation, and from center to the tangent perpendicular distance is the radius. This is what we have to do here, and yes, and then we have seen the length is, you know, DCT direct वाली is D square minus R1 minus R2 square, अंदर वाली D square minus R1 plus R2 square, है ना. प्रूफ भी हमने देख लिया. केस 2, first case R1 C1 C2 is greater than R1 plus R2. Second case C1 C2 is equal to R1 plus R2. Total tangents 3. You can find DCT normally. This is nothing but your S1 minus S2 equal to 0. Then no common tangent, like no TCT, 2 DCT only. You can find the equation by normally. Case 4, 1 S1 minus S2 is 0. C1 C2 is equal to R1 minus R2 mod. And this is very important condition. C1 C2 is less than R1 plus R2 but greater than R1 minus R2. लास्ट केस इज दिस. ठीक है, चलो फटाफट से SLQ ले लेते हैं. ओके, लास्ट क्लास SLQ वाज सरप्राइज लॉजिकल क्वेश्चन. इट वाज क्या था, हाँ, शो. सो आंसर इज एंड ऑफ द शो. नाउ इट इज CCCCCING. इट्स अ वन वर्ड. ठीक है, चलो. So everyone, thank you so much till staying till so, and I assume you now the concepts are clear. Please go through the video once again. Any doubt, let me know. And I'm your mathematics professor Lalit Rangavat signing off. Work hard, study hard, and be smart. You all are very, very, very awesome. Please share with your friends, like, comment what was your favorite part in everything. We'll meet you in the next class. Bye everyone.